Welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Anivia mid lane versus a Ryze. I have Tristana and Alistar versus a Draven Lulu in bot lane. I have Udyr in the jungle versus a Vi, and a Cho'Gath top versus an Aurelia. So let's jump in and see how this goes. This is with my pre-made team. We've been practicing quite a bit recently. We've working through the kinks. We've been figuring out what we like and what we don't like. So I played Anivia this game due to their Ryze. Their Ryze picked first. I picked Anivia because Anivia is strong against Ryze. But anyway, so we invaded. We got the first blood on me versus onto their Ryze. So I feel confident in lane because of this, and we're like, okay. So they took a ward in there, and we're like, we don't feel confident about staying there because it's quite possible that all 5 of them will come along, and then we'll be in poo street. So we leave it, and Udyr goes off and just goes straight over to his jungle. And I wander around, put down a ward. I don't really want to be pushing, but I am, without meaning to. And then I hit here, and then Vi comes in, I'm like, oh. Not a good sign for me, I get killed, and yeah, not the best start for me. But anyway, I go back and I buy myself a Tear of the Goddess. I did start with Fairy Charm and pots and a ward. Reason being is Tear of the Goddess is very strong on Anivia. It gives you lots of options. It's very easy to stack up, and it just gives you a lot of strength in lane. But anyway, Ryze comes back. He's got boots and a Tear, so maybe he's one up on me at this point. Kind of not good for me, but either way, I start off by pushing up and playing it safe. And then I'm pushing a bit too hard at this point, so I can't actually go to farm safely because I'm scared that Vi's going to come on and gank me. I don't want to use my other ward yet. I kind of want to wait, put it on bottom side. And then I have a feeling Vi's coming, and then, yep, comes in with ult, and I really wasn't expecting the ult. Boom, dead, yep. Okay. This bird's not having a nice game so far. I'm getting camped by a Vi who's the highest level in the game at this point, pretty much. And rightfully so, she's taking full advantage of this and just destroying my lane. Anyway, so I push up, and then I go over here, hit Ryze a bit, and then he hits me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was really confused when he had vision, but I think it was just because I had thrown spells at him. But either way, Udyr goes off, pairs the blue buff for me. I'll come over and take that up so that I can just farm in lanes with safety, hopefully. And then I farm. Ryze hasn't got blue at this point. I know Vi's there, so I'm like, I'll chuck a wall out. I don't really want her camping me anymore. I'd rather if she went elsewhere for a bit, gave me a bit of breathing room. So I push up lane because I know that Ryze has just gone off over to take blue buff, and then I hit him with a stun. I don't really want to be too close because he hurts like hell right now, and I basically just focus on farming and playing it safe. And then, you know, Vi being ahead is having impact on other lanes, so I see her coming through, and I'm like, okay, she could be coming back round or anything, so I just play it safe, farm up this wave. I don't want to lose farm if I can avoid it. That's about the only advantage I have at the moment. I hit him, and he hits me harder, and I'm like, okay, I'll just back. There's no point staying. So I get a catalyst, I get some more wards, I get some pots, and I come back to lane. And then I push up the wave again. Ryze is here. He pushes back. I put down a ward to ward off against their Vi. And then I basically just come back to farming, pushing the wave, and generally just playing safe at this point because I'm scared of their entire team pretty much. I know Ryze is there. I don't want to be too close to him because he hurts like hell still. And he starts pushing up. Fine, okay. You push up, and I'll just pick up the pieces from there. It's fine. Boom, take that farm. And then I'm not entirely certain what's happening. I know Ryze is down here, so I come down. Find Vi here, and then with the help of my Alistar, work on killing her. She then turns on me with the Lulu ult, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then she gets caught in the tower. Boom, dead. And I can't even further down. Ryze is hunting down my Udyr. My Udyr just running away, and I'm like, okay, there's farm here. So I take this farm as quickly as I can, push it back, even though perhaps it hurts Tristana. Tristana just goes mid lane instead to pick up the farm there and stop them from pushing. I get a blasting wand, some more wood, some more pots, and come back to lane. I then get my blue buff as quickly as I can. I don't want to miss too much farm, and I want to use it to its full effect. So I farm, and then Vi's there. I'm a bit scared, and I'm perhaps playing a bit too aggressive. I wall her off, I stun her, I E her again, and then I realise that she's coming on me. I'm like, maybe I can kill you, and then Rise comes in, and I'm like, oh the joy. Oh the joy. Freaking love it. So yeah, Vi's hurting like hell, and at this point I'm thinking to myself, why do I do this to myself? Why do I put myself into these situations? So instead I just come back to lane, I hit Rise as hard as I can, and then focus on collecting this farm, playing it safe, and generally just avoiding any stupid confrontations now. If I can get a sneaky stun off or anything and do some damage, then I will do. And then I realise that even that doesn't work, because he turns around and he does more damage than I do at this point in time without me doing full combo. Udyr dives, then I try to help him, but Vi obliterates him, and I'm like, oh crap. Hello Aurelia, and I wall off, flash, and just run away, trying to keep myself alive at this point. I haven't got egg. Cho'Gath gets caught off by these two. I can't really help him because I just made myself oom by pushing back the wave. So I go back, I get a Rod of Ages, and I come back to lane. And now we're starting to run into problems whereby their team is getting more kills than us, we're falling behind even after us getting the first blood. So, and it's partly due to my stupidity. Anyway, I see Rise coming up here. I thought maybe I could catch him out on the wall, don't, and then try to push in here. Cho'Gath goes a little bit further than I expected him to. Then I come in, I hit Lulu. I probably should have hit the Rise. I throw my stun in a random direction because I wasn't really focusing, and then stick two wards there. Rise is round the corner, and somehow he can see me. At this point I wasn't certain why, so I wall off there, and then Rise flashes over anyway, and then I realised he must have had a ward in this bush just above me, but he dies anyway. I come back up and we go for the Lulu, but eventually we get her, and then I'm like, okay, so a little bit scared now because they seem to have wards everywhere and they're just hunting me. So I get myself my Sorcerer's Shoes and I come back to mid lane and push it, and then focus on trying to get stuff, and then we catch out Vi here. Boom, dead. I get my blue buff, quite happy with that. Clear out the blue buff camp and go over to here to have a little argument, try and get onto Lulu. Lulu runs away, fine, okay, she's low, she can't do anything. Trying to get some stuns off, trying to land something, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just push up this wave as quickly as I can. And then we catch out this Draven, almost blow him up, but eventually he dies, and then we catch out the Rise, and then boom, he pretty much dies, and then we're like, okay, let's try and get, I try to go for this tower, eventually I get it, and then I run away, because I don't want to be anywhere near Vi, wherever she is. I think she was near me, so I was like, yeah, run away. So I now buy a Haunting Guise. Reason being is Liandry's Torment is actually very strong in Anivia, because everything you do other than of course your wall and your E slow, so you're always doing the extra bonus damage. And then anyway, so we catch out Vi doing dragon, we steal the dragon, we kill her, walk off with the lovely loot we've just taken off her, and then I catch onto Lulu a little bit, do some damage, try to wall off Rise so he can't get away, but my wall was a bit off, and then we push in for this tower as quickly as we can. Take the tower, we back off, we don't want to have anything else to do with them. And then we go in, probably not the best fight ever, and they go on me, I get egged, and then for some reason Draven just keeps going, and then eventually, boom, dead. And I try to get to Rise, eventually, I'm waiting for my cooldown on my wall, He runs down here, I wall him off, and then stun, boom, dead. Aurelia's there, and we're going on her as quickly as we can, boom, dead. Walk away with that. And yeah, that all happened because of a wall and because of my egg bait. So at this point I then buy my Leandri's Torment to do extra damage, because although you do need AP to do damage as Anivia, her base damages are very high, and because you always do double damage with your E, which is Frostbite, you do insane amount of damages without actually needing a lot of AP. And then the fact that I always slow means Leandri's is always doing that extra damage. So anyway, I get my blue buff and I wander off over here, try and catch onto Aurelia, wall her off, and then we push in, go under the tower, probably shouldn't, and then Alistair saves Draven from us, and we're like, oh, not good. Udyr goes perhaps a bit too deep, and then I tried to wall them off to stop them from going on to Udyr. Eventually we kill Vi, and then I'm low, Tristana's a bit low. Me and Tristana are sort of trying our best to stay alive. Catch onto Rise, we kill him, and then Cho'Gath gets caught back there. I wall them to try and keep them from going on him. He dies anyway because of ranged attacks, and then we end up backing off with 2 kills. I feel that wasn't probably the best thing we could have done. We could have actually just gone straight for the tower and killed it, but we dived, and then we didn't get the main kill that we're after, which was on the Draven. So anyway, I went back, got a blasting wand, and I come back to pushing. At this point, we're feeling quite confident, quite strong, and we start warding around here with pinks, and prepare for a Baron fight, because we feel that we're stronger than them and we want to bait them in for a fight. So I see them round here, and we know they're coming, and then I try to catch on to Rise. I hit him hard, and then I wall him off, and he flashes out, and I'm like, okay, cool, you flash out, that's fine by me. And then my team has a little fight down here, and I come down to help. I jump straight onto Tristana. I'm trying to keep them off her, so then they all get pushed onto me, and they're all like going on me, and then I get egged. And then Vi gets slaughtered, Aurelia gets blown up by me as soon as I come out of my egg. And then push straight onto the Lulu, kill her, push onto Rise, kill him, and then we're like, okay, right, there's no point going for Baron, let's just take this tower. Then Draven gets caught out here, and boom, we blow him up. And at this point I'm feeling quite strong on effective in team fights, and although I had a really bad early, I've come back in because Anivia's utility is ridiculous with the amount of slows and the wall. So a couple of good plays and you come back in. So I go back and get an needlessly large rod, increase my AP quite a bit. Rise uses TP on the Baron area to try and catch onto our Cho'Gath, and that doesn't work. And then they start pinking off, catch out the Lulu, boom, and just blow her up. There we go, quite happy with that. And then we're going around cleaning out their wards, making sure they haven't got any around. And then wandering around, and I go off to get my blue buff as quickly as I can, take that, kill the wolves, and then we sort of wander off towards Baron area. We want to wait for Cho'Gath though, so we let him come from bot lane, and they throw wards around, we kill off their wards because we've got pinks almost everywhere. And then Draven comes around, and I'm like, okay, wall, and we go straight on him. He's pretty much dead at this point. And then it's just Lulu and Vi here, so we blow up the Vi. We see Rise right in the middle of us, we kill him, and Aurelia's in the middle of us as well. I pretty much leave the team to deal with her. And then I kill off this ward, and we're like, mixture of feelings, and we decide let's just go for the top tower. Tristana pushes on mid, and then we push this top tower as quickly as we can, and the inhibitor. And then we realise, actually, there's not a lot they can do. Let's try and push for the win right here. Draven tries to stop us by using his ult. We just continue to push in. We keep Rise away from Tristana, let Tristana do her thing. Blow up the Rise, and then Tristana gets caught by the Vi. Tristana gets away, then gets killed by Aurelia. Fine, blow her off as quickly as we can, and then we go straight in for the Draven, who at this point is all on his own. I leave Udyr to deal with that, and I just go for the inhibitor. No, Nexus. And then we finish off the Nexus, and I feel that at the end of this game, although I made a lot of mistakes early, I came back in with my utility, used it to full effectiveness, kept catching them out of position, and we just pushed for the win pretty much, and took advantage of the fact that their team wasn't good for big fights, whereas we were. Overall, I think this game went well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also follow me and like me on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you for watching.